You may know him as a filmmaker and TV writer and producer, but currently he is leading the Innovation Center initiative at MIT, where they're looking at ways of developing and designing new computer science instructional technology. So I will let him take it away.
Hello. Is this on? Not on? I think eventually, there it is. Good afternoon, and we're more than pleased to have you here to share what bit of knowledge and experience we have gained in our passion for making in communities and ways to use making and doing as a tool to encourage the democratization of manufacturing and computer science and innovation and invention. So having said that, I'd like to pass it on to my new friends. We've all just recently met and we've decided that we really like each other. And so I would like to pass it first to my friend to my right.
Hello everyone, my name is Gene Sherman. I'm founder of Vocademy, the world's first education-focused makerspace. I don't know if we're the only anymore, but we're very proud of that fact.
Hi, I'm Bridget Howe. I'm the manager of program services for Girl Scouts Nation's Capital. Girl Scouts Nation's Capital is the largest Girl Scout council in the country. We serve 63,000 girls in 25 counties in the District of Columbia.
So I'm Mark Davidson. I founded also an educational makerspace. It's called the Tech Toy Box. We are also, I work with two other programs, one which launched today, Make.work, which is a shared manufacturing facility for taking the next step, and Startup Quest, which is entrepreneurship training for the makers we're creating.
Hi, I'm Trey Layton. I forgot my name. I'm the executive director of Maker Education Initiative, or Maker Ed, and we are a nonprofit nationwide, a little bit international, that does resources for educators to introduce making into their educational approaches. And so we have lots of resources around that. We can talk about that as we go on.
Where are you based?
We're based in Oakland, California.
You're based in Oakland?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
But we work around the country.
How does your program work?
Pardon?
How does your program work?
So we have several programs that work together. We give capacity basically to educators. And educators, that means in schools, after school, museums, libraries, etc. And so the capacity building resources that we have Vista AmeriCorps. So we have a program called Maker Vistas, and these are 1-year volunteers that go into high poverty areas and help with capacity building in those educational institutions. They can be a school, or they can be, for example, up the street here, Digital Harbor Foundation, and they help them build capacity around things like communication or other types of things that they need to help with their program. We have a Maker Core program that works with educational sites that they either identify a Maker Core member at their site, or we help them find one that works through the summer. We're hoping to expand that year round to, again, to teach them around what making looks like in an educational program. We have resources like the Resource Library, which brings resources from around the country, how to build a makerspace, how to make the case for making an education, and lots of things like that. But we also, I can go on forever.
Well, don't.
But we basically build capacity for educators to bring making into their systems.
Mark, would you talk just briefly about how your program works? Because I do think when people begin to understand how programs are configured and how they work and how they relate to communities, it becomes very important knowledge for people who might decide that they would like to get into making. So how does your program work?
Yeah, so we were founded as a primarily educational nonprofit, but what we do is we pair the real-world projects. There are startups, inventors, artists who have an idea in their head, don't know how to get it out, right? We're a lot of makers in the room. That's how a lot of us started. We just knew we had to get it done. For most people, that's a barrier. they don't have the tools, they don't have the knowledge. It's like, I like to think of it as that first swimming lesson where the child is terrified of the pool. But once they're in the pool, they splash around a little bit, they figure, well, okay, I'm not going to drown. And they can go back in again. That's what we try to do. So we pair these real-world projects with a 3-month internship that's an educational internship. And so we'll pair 2 or 3 people. There's no requirement for education or anything. This is true tinkering, making, and with a goal in mind of providing the artist or business person or startup with their first functional prototype.
Awesome. Bridget, the entrance of females into the making and doing space is very, very important. Talk to us a little bit about what your organization does and how it approaches the notion of making from the Girl Scouts point of view.
Absolutely. Well, Girl Scouts has been around for 103 years. We were founded in 1912, and I can honestly say the girls have been making since the very beginning. It's what we do in Girl Scouts. We do hands-on learning, we do learning by doing, we do experiential, we do cooperative and collaborative. So everything that aligns with the maker movement aligns with what Girl Scouts do. Girl Scouts discover their skills and strengths, they connect with the communities around them, and they take action to make the world a better place. So we really see a tremendous alignment. We also have a real interest in ensuring that girls are in the places they need to be, the 21st century workforce skills, the STEM arena, in entrepreneurial places. We have a very famous entrepreneurial program that many of you probably are thinking of as I'm talking right now. But especially making sure that girls have a safe space to explore these skills and to expand their comfort level.
Awesome. The gentleman sitting next to me is so passionate about making that it's scary. I just think it's awesome. I think maybe you could recount the story of the Maker Faire that went on in 106-degree weather.
Yes, so like all cities should, we had our Inland Empire Mini Maker Faire in Southern California. And like a good maker, I did all my background research and I checked October 4th. October 4th in California is 75-degree weather 99% of the time. I went back 17 years of data to make sure on our day it was 106 degrees in California. Humidity or no humidity, on asphalt, we had some hot makers. But 1,300 people still showed up, which shows you the power of the maker movement. It absolutely is incredible. A little bit about our makerspace. I'm a man on a mission. All right, I had shop class, and shop class saved me. I was not meant for higher education, couldn't get past pre-algebra. My makerspace indifferent is not just access to the tools we can't normally afford, it's education about those tools. You come to me and you tell me you want to learn a skill. We'll not only teach you the basics, we'll teach you as far as you want to go without theory or history. Our goal is to solve the skills gap. And if you want to scare yourself, Google skills gap. And if you want to feel better afterwards, Google maker movement. Because those two things, once connected, will make this the greatest country or continue to be.
Correct. Now,